Alright, so today I'm going to be looking at Intersection 3 by Feldman, assuming I have enough battery on my microphone here. Alright, so this is what the piece looks like. It was written in April of 1953. It's for solo piano as far as I know. And you might recognize this notation from Feldman's percussion piece, The King of Denmark. It's actually 4 pages, so it continues kind of like this. Maybe I have the pages out of order. What the hell? Yeah, I think it's like reversed in this PDF for whatever reason. So this is page 1. And here's the description of the notation. Each box is equal to 1 beat at quarter equals 176. And each system is notated vertically as regards to pitch, high, middle, low. The numbers indicate how many keys one plays. Where there are 2 numbers for one register, any part of the register can be used. The player is free to choose any dynamic and to make any rhythmic entrances on or within a given situation. Sustained sounds once played must be held to the end of the notated duration. So, for example, the first beat of the piece, you need to play 3 pitches in each hand in the middle register of the piano. And then the next beat, you play 5 notes in one hand and 4 notes in the other, and the outer extremes. Then 6 pitches, it's not clear how it's distributed in the middle register. Then high register, 2 single pitches. Later on, would be beat 10, where 10 is marked. And then right after that, you have our first multi-beat note. So this one you hold for, or you execute the 3 sounds over 5 beats, right? So you can kind of see what's specified here. You got density, rhythm almost. It's not quite as granular as rhythm, but it's like you have the beat, right? Uh, and you have uh, like distribution across the range of the instrument. You also technically have like the technical facility of like how many fingers you got to use. I guess some of these it's like you have to play 11 notes or whatever. So, or 9 notes. So you don't physically have enough fingers to play it as one chord, so you have to break it basically. Like you have to so there's situations where you're forced to play more than one note in a beat. And there's situations where you don't have to play more than one note in a beat. And I think that's sort of the significance of the dividing them up and having multiple sounds per hand. I think kind of like the King of Denmark, some of these are going to be so many notes that the performer is probably not going to play it in time. They're probably going to add time. So this piece might run a lot longer than it's supposed to. I don't know if that's an oversight on Feldman's part, but it's a trend I'm seeing in these grid pieces. Yeah, and then you can see that it's over 400 beats long, right? This is the last page. Towards the end of it, we get a little bit more space. So you have these moments on page 2 where you have lots of beats that are open. And same thing at the beginning of page 3. The last page is a little bit more dense. But yeah, kind of fascinating. I don't think this gets performed as much as The King of Denmark, but I think he has a whole series of these intersection pieces for piano. Okay, intersection 1 is actually for orchestra. Marginal intersection is a piece for large orchestra and oscillators and tape slash phonograph record. I guess it's that old. Okay, so not sure if that's also in the series, but let's count it. Intersection 2 is for piano. Intersection plus is for piano. Intersection 3 is for piano. Intersection 4 is for cello. Intersection. Is there a 5? There's an intersection for magnetic tape, and all of these are written from like between 1951 and 1953. So this is like some of his earliest stuff. I think he was pretty well known for his grid paper stuff. Maybe this is his most substantial grid paper series. I'm not sure. He also has a series called like Projection. Um, like the famous grid paper example, which I think is in the Norton anthology, is like the Projection for cello. Yeah, that series. Where's the first one? The hell? Yeah, the first one is for cello. I guess historically people like to share Projection 1 because it is 1950. It's really old. But this intersection series is almost as old. Um, so yeah, that's kind of interesting. I think it's interesting that it's like mostly piano pieces, but also orchestra and tape. Kind of weird. I wonder what unites all of them other than this notation. But that'll be for future episodes to figure out. Recording to this is in the video description. I'll let you know what I think of it. And I'm right in front of my TV here, so I think I'm just going to pull it up there. So, yeah, see you in a bit with my opinions here. Okay, so yeah, the performer did end up taking this at speed. I don't know what I was expecting, but yeah, it is pretty intense. And I wasn't expecting the silences to hit so hard, but that was one of the things that really stood out, actually, was the composer has really fine control over sound and silence kind of thing. Um, and yeah, it sort of like makes just kind of makes me think like, oh, what was I expecting other than this? Like, uh, pretty much the only thing the pianist can do in this kind of situation is play clusters very quickly and all across the range of the piano. And that's exactly what you get. And I think it's kind of interesting how, as a listener, when you're faced with this unfamiliar notation, it's like, I don't know what this is going to sound like. But if you think about it for a little while, like, you do know what this is going to sound like. Like, it's going to be intense. And it is. So, yeah, maybe something that's unique to this series is the amount of notes. Like, this is much more dense than the King of Denmark was. So that could be it. It's faster too, like it's a faster tempo. So maybe that would explain why the mediums that it's calling for are like very notey, piano, orchestra and electronics. The cello one might be a unique one. Um, yeah, maybe I should grab a score of that in case we ever do a cello series on the channel. And yeah, I kind of dig it. It's a little bit more interesting than the other piano pieces we've been looking at by him. Uh, and I like it more than Projection 1, honestly. I think it's more fun. It's funnier, more dynamic. And I think students would remember it more if this was the the Feldman piece being recommended to them. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on that. Tomorrow we're going to listen to Bota Ba by Giacinto Chelsea.